Hello, once again, welcome back. We'll be talking about BUMED instruction 6010.13. That instruction covers quarterly insurance program in the Navy. Again, that instruction is BUMED instruction 6010.13 quarterly insurance program. The instruction that normally cover the quarterly insurance program in the Navy right now is BUMED instruction 6010.13. If there will be any revision to that, the 1.3 might still remains the same, but the letter might change onto it. But that's the instruction we'll be reviewing today for the Navy-wide advancement exam. And if I'm speaking too fast, hopefully I will have another caption on to help decrease my speed or my slow it down when I'm doing the editing. So at least you can understand what's going on. Now, this other topic today will be a little bit different in a way in which I will go ahead and discuss it. Instead of me reading over the slides and the instructions and everything, I will do it in the form of Q&A section. So I'll pretty much ask the questions and give you about 1 or 2 seconds to see if you can come up with the answer, and then the answer will be given. Try to repeat maybe 2 or 3 times just to see if information can be retained at some point. But here we go. We'll start with the first question under the BUMED instruction 6010.13. First question is, what is the name of the quarterly insurance program? What is the name of the quality assurance program? Now, the name for the quality assurance program is BUMED instruction 6010.13. Other answers that you might get from your Navy-wide advancement exam might be BUMED instruction 6220/15 or maybe 6010/13. Please understand that the slang is not the form that they're looking for. That instruction will be BUMED instruction 6010.13. And we'll go on to the second question. What type of infection is an acquired infection that was not present or incubated at the time of admission? What type of infection is an acquired infection that was not present or incubated at the time of admission? You have a number of choices here. Choices and options you do have is nosocomial infection, realized, endemic, pre-existing. Questions being asked to you on your Navy-wide advancement exam, you can already throw out one impossible answer. In this case, the answer you will need is nosocomial infection. Nosocomial infection. That will be, if you look at the BUMED instruction 6010.13, enclosure 1 on page 2, you will see the specific answer in there. It talks about 72 hours period. An inpatient acquired infection not present or incubating at the time of admission. An infection is considered nosocomial if it first comes apparent 72 hours or more after the admission. What type of infection is an acquired infection that was not present or incubated at the time of admission? Nosocomial infection. Medical and dental quality assurance programs support credential review and privileging activity following what reference? Medical and dental quality assurance program support credentials review and privileging activity following what reference? The reference we'll be looking at is BUMED instruction 6010.13, and I will be in reference E. So the reference is BUMED instruction 6320.66. If you look on BUMED instruction 6010.13 on page 1, that's the reference that you will receive. The reference for medical and dental quality assurance program that support credentials, review, and privileging activity following and privileged activity is the BUMED instruction 6320.66. If you look on BUMED instruction 6010.13, the quality assurance program, you will find that instruction listed on page number 1. How often should the quality assurance program be reviewed for effectiveness and be revised as necessary? How often should the quality assurance program be reviewed for effectiveness and be revised as necessary. For this one, you have monthly, annually, quarterly, and every 6 months. For the program to be reviewed for its effectiveness, it should be reviewed and revised annually. On page 4 of BUMED instruction 6010.13 will be your reference page. Quality assurance inquiries and medical records related to the potential compensable events and judge advocate general investigations must be maintained in a secure location at a local command for a minimum of how many years or as long as needed thereafter. Will it be 5 years, 3 years, 7 years, or 2 years? Quality assurance inquiries and medical records related to potentially compensable event and judge advocate general investigations must be maintained in a secure location at the command or the local command for a minimum of how many years, as long as needed thereafter. The minimum years requirement will be for 2 years, 2 years minimum. That will be for a routine quality assurance program. Related documentation must be maintained in a secure location for a period of 5 years before disposal. Now, the quality assurance inquiries and medical records has to be maintained for a minimum of 2 years at the local command level, but the document itself will be for 5 years. So for this answer, should be maintained for a minimum of 2 years. What personnel are required to be licensed but are not included in the definition of healthcare practitioner? Is the hospital support staff, clinical support staff, outcomes monitors, or non-licensed support staff? What personnel are required to be licensed but are not included in the definition of healthcare practitioners? Our clinical support staff will be the answer to this question. These are personnel who are required to be licensed but are not included in the definition of healthcare practitioner. Now, this category sometimes will include pharmacists, dental hygienists, and non-privileged nurses. How many ECOMs are there per individual privileged authority? ECOMs will be considered is an acronym that we normally use to be considered executive committee of the medical staff. So how many executive committee of the medical staff are there per individual privileged authority? The answer for this question is 1. There is only 1 ECOM per individual privileged authority designated by a reference outlined in instruction that will be reference E. A medical record is considered delinquent if all record components are not completed within how many days of patient discharge. Say 30 days, 7 days, 45 days, or 60 days. A medical record is considered delinquent if all record components are not completed within how many days of patient discharge. Delinquency will be considered after 30 days. If within 30 days, if the record component are not completed, that record will be considered as delinquent. What is the formal and systematic exercise of monitoring and reviewing medical care and outcome called? What is the formal and systematic exercise of monitoring and reviewing medical care and outcome called? This will be our quality insurance. Quality insurance is a formal and systematic exercise of monitoring and reviewing medical care delivery and outcome. By what date of each year must MTF and DTF forward an annual assessment of the preceding fiscal year quality assurance program to Med 3C4 with copy the cognitive responsible and commander and a healthcare support. By what date of each year must MTF and DTF forward an annual assessment and preceding fiscal year quality assurance to Med 3 Charlie 4 with copy to the cognitive responsible line commander? It's April 16, October 1st, September 30th, or January 15th? October 1st is the beginning of the fiscal year. The answer to this question will be January 15th. On January 15th, that information should be sent out. January 15th of each year using enclosure 5. And I'll be on BUMED instruction 6010.13 on page 3. You'll find a reference to that question. What programs will MTF and DTFs have to monitor resource use and to recommend ways to balance assigned mission statements with existing healthcare resources? It's a utilization review, resource review, supply inventory, or monitor inspection. What programs will MTF and DTFs have to monitor resource use and to recommend ways to balance assigned mission statements with existing healthcare resource? Answer is utilization review. Utilization review will be MTF, our medical treatment facility, and dental treatment facility will have URA programs to monitor resources used and to recommend ways to balance assigned mission statements with existing healthcare resource. How many educational workshops are conducted by the Naval School of Health Sciences located in Bethesda, Maryland, each year in the principles, components, and management of quality assurance program for Naval Medical Department personnel? How many educational workshops are conducted by Naval School of Health Sciences located in Bethesda, Maryland each year in the principles, components, and management of quality assurance program for Naval Medical Department personnel? Now, Naval School of Health Sciences, Bethesda, normally conducts 2 educational workshops each year for this quality assurance program. So the answer is 2, will be 2 years. What multidisciplinary committee is required when there is more than a single professional discipline providing patient care within the facility or TAP command under the cognizance of a single privileging authority? ECOMS, Joint Committee, Medical Disciplinary Discipline Board, Quality Assurance Committee. What multidisciplinary committee is required when there is more than a single professional discipline providing patient care within the facility or TAP command under a cognizance of a single privileging authority? That'll be a Quality Assurance Committee, QA Committee. How often must Quality Assurance Program summary report be submitted by the Chief of BUMED? Weekly, annually, quarterly, or monthly? How often must the Quality Assurance Program summary reports be submitted by the Chief of BUMED? The annual quality report should be submitted annually. An infection is considered nosocomial if it first becomes apparent within how many hours or more after admission? An infection is considered nosocomial if it first becomes apparent within how many hours or more after admission? 48 hours, 12 hours, 96 hours, or 72 hours? This goes back to our previous question. Nosocomial infection, but that would be 72 hours or more after admission. What is the process by which practitioners of the same or like discipline evaluate outcome of quality assurance program related monitoring activity? What is the process by which practitioners of the same or like discipline evaluate the outcome of quality assurance program related monitoring activity? QA review, medical board review, peer review, or medical review? This will be a peer review. Peer review is the process by which practitioners of the same or like discipline evaluate the outcomes of quality assurance program related monitoring activity. Peer review. MTFs are military training facilities, military treatment facility meeting the criteria for participation in the Joint Commission survey process must maintain accreditation per WARP reference. BUMED instruction 6090.2 Foxtrot, BUMED instruction 6452.1 Charlie, BUMED Instruction 6550.2 Alpha, BUMED Instruction 6000.2 Delta. MTFs meeting the criteria for participation in the Joint Commission survey process must maintain accreditation per what reference? BUMED Instruction 6000.2 Delta. That will be the reference that will be used. What year was the Quality Assurance Program originally issued to standardize quality assurance activities within Naval Medical Command Treatment Facility? What year was the Quality Assurance Program originally issued to standardize quality assurance activities within Naval Medical Command Military Treatment Facility? Was it 1819, 1984, 1997, or 2002? The Quality Assurance Program was originally issued in 1984 to standardize quality assurance activity within Naval Medical Command. 1984. Who interprets Department of Defense SecNav and CNO policy as well as provides guidelines for Naval-wide Quality Assurance Program implementation? Chief of BUMED, Secretary of the Navy, Porters, Deputy Chief of BUMED. Who interprets DoD, SecNav, and CNO policies as well as provides guidelines for Naval-wide Quality Assurance Program implementation? The Chief of BUMED, the Chief of Bureau of Medicine and Surgery, interprets Department of Defense, Secretary, SecNav, and CNO policy that provides guidelines for quality assurance program implementation. Chief of BUMED. How many years must routine quality assurance program related documentations be maintained in a secure location prior to disposal? How many years must routine quality assurance program related documentation be maintained in a secure location prior to disposal? 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years. Routine quality assurance program related documentation must be maintained in a secure location for a period of 5 years before disposal. Once again, thank you very much. This concludes the BUMED instruction for quality assurance, and I hope you got some key information from it. The instruction covers today was BUMED instruction 6010.13. This is the quality assurance program. Thank you.